right now at 5. More than a week after a man dies outside of a New Bedford grocery store, the woman arrested in the case is now facing more serious charges. Plus, a Warren mother brutally attacked with a hammer by her own son. Now that man finds out his fate from a judge. And Vice President Harris sitting down for her first interview since taking up the Democratic mantle. What she says her priorities would be as president.
This is Southern New England's trusted news source, ABC 6 News at 5.
Well, we're tracking breaking news out of Providence right now. Police have arrested 2 suspects in connection with the shooting of a 7-year-old girl in Providence last night. Thanks for joining us at 5. I'm Caitlin Gelhaus. We're going to send things out to ABC 6 News reporter Ryan Medeiros. He's live in Providence with an update from police. Ryan.
Caitlin, Providence police say a 7-year-old is still in critical condition tonight after a shooting on Florence Street last night. Commander Timothy O'Hara announcing at a press conference today that 2 suspects were found in a house on Carlton Street this morning and subsequently arrested. Now, those 2 suspects connected with the case were identified as 26-year-old Shaheem Nathaniel of Cranston and 19-year-old Amari Cabrera of Providence. Police say the shooting took place on Florence Street around 7:30 last night, with first responders rushing the girl to Hasbro Children's Hospital, where she remains in critical condition. Officials noting that the girl was in the back seat of a car with her family when she was hit by the gunfire. Providence Mayor Brett Smiley addressing the tragic situation this afternoon.
This crime has shaken our entire city. It's shaken me. It's the first instance of a child being hurt in several years here in our city in this way, and it's deeply upsetting and I'm sure very concerning to our community.
Now, police say there was an interaction between the shooters and the victim's family before the incident, but officers say they're still unsure of the motive of that shooting. In Providence, I'm Ryan Medeiros, ABC 6 News.
Thanks for that report, Ryan. Now to a focus on our schools at 5 o'clock. In the wake of that girl being shot in Providence last night, a group of city school board members canceled plans to hold a press conference on the state's intervention decision. In a statement, board member Tyrell Stevens saying, quote, "Our focus must now shift to the safety and well-being of our community." Yesterday afternoon, the State Education Board accepted a recommendation from Commissioner Infante Green to extend its control of Providence Public Schools for up to 3 more years. That intervention started in 2019 after concerns over school performance. Now to an ABC 6 News update at 5. A woman previously charged in connection to the killing of a man in New Bedford last week has now been charged with murder. Now, according to the Bristol County DA, 31-year-old Nina Busnengo was held without bail yesterday. Busnengo was previously charged with assault and battery with a deadly weapon after 53-year-old Stephen Oswald was found suffering from a head injury in front of the Ciabra Foods on Rockdale Avenue back on August 20th. Paramedics pronounced Oswald dead minutes after they arrived to that scene. A Warren man who tried to kill his mother 3 years ago has been sentenced to prison. In May of 2021, 37-year-old Kevin Mendez attacked his mother with a hammer inside of a home on Birch Swamp Road. That attack left the then 53-year-old with severe injuries, including a fractured skull. After being in a coma for 2 weeks, she required extensive rehab treatment. Mendez pled no contest to assault to commit murder, and a judge sentenced him to 40 years at the ACI. Meanwhile, a man accused of shooting 3 college students of Palestinian descent in Vermont is again asking a judge to replace his lawyer. Jason Eaton faces 3 counts of attempted murder. He allegedly shot and wounded the 3 men outside of his apartment in Burlington last fall. One of them, Brown University student Hisham Awartani, was left paralyzed. Earlier this month, Eaton made a request to fire his public defender. The judge denied his request, but Eaton will get another opportunity to argue for a new lawyer next month. And let's get a check on our forecast now. Storm Tracker Chief Meteorologist Jeff Manson joining us here in the Weather Center. Jeff, all eyes on the wonderful weekend ahead, Labor Day weekend. Can't believe it's here, and I know you also have a birthday coming up. Is that right?
Yeah, it might be true. I'm a Labor Day baby. Typically falls somewhere either on or near the weekend, but yes, absolutely. Can't believe that we're talking about the unofficial end of summer here. It was just Memorial Day. Where did the time go? A lot of blue here on our sky cam right now from the beautiful looking river, and really nice view out there. And look at all the turbines moving. We've got that nice little southwest wind now, 8 miles per hour, 73 degrees with mostly sunny skies across the board. Again, it's very similar to yesterday, 70 to 75 for the most part. Little bit cooler in some of the eastern locations, but now again, that wind has swung around more to the south. So you're seeing 66 on Block Island. That's a little chilly. Newport as well. If you're going out to dinner there, you want to grab some sort of sweatshirt or a light jacket. And the winds are not, exceptionally breezy or anything like that, but it's enough, again, to bring some of that cooler air in. You see a little bit of cloud cover starting to develop in the bottom of your screen there, and we could see some patchy fog and some low clouds as we head into tomorrow morning. We've got high pressure overhead right now. Look at that perfect force field of clear skies over the Northeast and New England in particular. We have a cold front approaching, a lot of pop-up showers and thunderstorms all right ahead of that front from the Ohio Valley down towards the Tennessee Valley, the Carolinas as well. That cold front is going to be the one, we call it a speed bump. It's not going to be the worst situation we've ever seen with a cold front coming through, but Sunday will be your chance for showers. A little bit more in the way of cloud cover tomorrow as well. I think maybe a little bit of sun in the afternoon hours, and then the clouds come back. Shower chances on Sunday, and then a gorgeous stretch of weather for Labor Day and beyond. 7-day forecast and much, much more coming up, Caitlin.
Great, thanks, Jeff. We have to remind ourselves to take those layers with us now when we head out. New tonight at 5 o'clock, Elmwood Avenue in Providence is back open after a brief closure earlier today because of shots fired. Now, according to police, the call came in for City Gas and Food Mart. ABC 6 News was on scene and saw a heavy police presence. Police are releasing very limited details at this time. Stick with ABC 6 News for updates as we continue to gather information. Now to some other local stories we're following for you on this Friday evening. A Fall River man is accused of 3D printing and selling guns without serial numbers and having other illegal weapons like grenades and sear switches that turn legal handguns fully automatic. ATF agents searched the home of 26-year-old Benjamin Hunt yesterday, and they say they found ghost guns, fentanyl, MDMA, mushrooms, cocaine. Hunt was arrested and faces a minimum sentence of 20 years in prison and up to $1 million in fines if convicted. And a cyclist is recovering after being hit by a driver in Fall River this morning. According to police, it happened around 6:30 at the corner of Pleasant and 7th Streets. Officers say a 38-year-old woman was headed through a crosswalk when a driver making a turn hit her rear tire, knocking her over. She was taken to the hospital with minor injuries. The driver of that SUV was issued a ticket. And state environmental and health officials announcing another new positive test for West Nile virus in mosquitoes. In their latest round of testing, one mosquito sample from North Kingstown came back positive for the virus. Out of 125 collected around the state, no new cases of Triple E were found. Officials have previously warned of heightened risks of mosquito-borne illnesses in parts of Rhode Island, Massachusetts, and Connecticut. Bellingham police say they're searching for two micro-American bullies, look at those cuties, who were stolen from a home on Saturday. According to police, the victims said their neighbor saw two men on their property. Then on Sunday, officers were called to the same home for a suspicious person at the home. Police say they found a person of interest near the home, but cannot confirm if they were involved. If anyone has any information related, you're asked to contact Bellingham Police. Now to commuter news at 5. RIPTA's fall schedule will be taking effect this weekend. Officials adjust transit schedules 3 times a year based on the demand they're seeing. Among the bigger of the changes will be the annual replacement of summer beach services with school lines. Meanwhile, Route 66 and 69 will now be running through the URI campus, eliminating the need for transfers. For more on these fall changes, you can head to our website at abc6.com. Now to Your Voice, Your Vote 2024. Vice President Kamala Harris answering questions about her shifting policy stances from when she ran for president 4 years ago. This as former President Trump tries to appeal to more voters with a new IVF proposal, saying he would make the procedure free for women if he is elected. With more, here's M. Wynn.
Today, Vice President Kamala Harris back in Washington, fresh off of her first sit-down interview since becoming a presidential candidate, confronted on CNN about her policy shifts from 2019.
My values have not changed.
Harris also emphasizing the importance of unity, saying she's open to naming a Republican in her cabinet. This as she brushed off recent attacks by her opponent Donald Trump on her race and identity after he claimed she turned black.
Same old tired playbook. Next question, please.
And growing skepticism for former President Trump's latest proposal to make in vitro fertilization free for women.
The government will pay for, or your insurance company will be mandated to pay for, all costs associated with IVF treatment.
Trump has not said how he would pay for the costly procedure that some women undergo multiple times. The Harris campaign accusing Trump of posturing, slamming his promise, saying it's at odds with his record.
It's pretty striking to have a Republican say he's going to add a mandate for insurance companies or add this big new expense that the federal government would shoulder. I think there's a lot of reasons to be skeptical of it, in part because the Democrats actually had a proposal to mandate this. Almost all Republicans, including J.D. Vance, Trump's running mate, voted against it.
And now the former president also saying he opposes Florida's ban on abortion at 6 weeks, seemingly contradicting himself that limitations should be left to the states.
It has to be more time, and I've told them that I want more weeks.
It's yet another sign that women's reproductive rights remain the Republican Party's biggest vulnerability in November. On election deniability, a new ABC News Ipsos poll shows just 29% of Americans think Trump would accept the results. Most of Harris's supporters, 92%, would personally accept the outcome. That drops to 76% of Trump supporters. I'm Wen, ABC News, Washington.
And coming up on ABC6 News at 5, federal prosecutors are now getting their first guilty pleas as they seek justice in the death of a beloved Hollywood actor. And people in parts of the Midwest are now cleaning up after an intense storm system sweeps the plains. A look at some of the damage. You're watching ABC6, Southern New England's trusted news source.
URI Football is now on MeTV, Saturday, August 31st, starting at 7 p.m. Your Rhody Rams kicked off the season against Holy Cross. URI vs. Holy Cross, live from Meade Stadium, August 31st at 7 p.m. on MeTV. For tickets, call 401-874-RAMS or visit GoRhody.com/tickets.
Looking for affordable, dependable quality scooters? Welcome to the Scooter Palace. Our large selection of major brand scooters promises fun and reliability without breaking the bank. Glide through traffic, cruise the coastline, or zip around town with ease. Our timely service department has knowledgeable technicians, and we also offer pickup and delivery service. Why wait? Visit the Scooter Palace today and discover the joy of riding the perfect scooter at an unbeatable price. The Scooter Palace, your ticket to freedom on two wheels.
Maya knows how quality care can bring out a smile. But it's been a few dog years since she was able to enjoy a smile of her own. Good thing Aspen Dental offers affordable, complete care all in one place. With flexible hours and weekend appointments. Plus 20% off treatment plans for everyone. Loving our patients unconditionally. It's one more way Aspen Dental is in your corner.
Come and get your love. Steve, we need to celebrate the couch potato in all of us.
Join us and be a couch potato too.
Wow, I'm a couch potato.
Only at Modern Furniture in Fall River. Welcome to the Pool Source, where we can help turn your backyard dreams into a reality. The Pool Source has many different items and services to offer, including a full retail store with free water testing, above ground and semi-in-ground pool packages, as well as Finleo saunas and PDC spas and swim spas. The Pool Source has been building in-ground pools and backyards for 28 years. Our showroom is located at 40 Freeway Drive in Cranston, Rhode Island. Stop in to speak with a sales associate today.
You think you need a new roof? Don't put it off till last minute like this guy did. Go with a company you can trust. Contact us below.
Your total access, Access Hollywood.
Weeknights at 7 on ABC6. Download the Now Local News app today and upload your pics and videos. You could see your very own story on the air and earn points towards rewards and gift cards.
Taking a look at national news at 5, a shooting in Dallas last night left one police officer dead and 2 others injured. Dallas police say officers responding to an officer in distress call arrived to find one officer shot in a patrol vehicle. Gunshots were exchanged between the responding officers and a suspect. At the scene, all 3 officers were taken to the hospital. Police say 1 died, 1 is in critical condition, and the 3rd is stable. The suspect, who fled from the scene, was shot and killed following a chase. A Florida judge has granted a $100,000 bond for the former deputy charged in the death of a Black Air Force senior airman. 38-year-old Eddie Duran faces charges of manslaughter in the May shooting of 23-year-old Roger Fortson. Duran was responding to a domestic disturbance call which turned out to be false and did not identify himself when knocking. When Fortson opened the door, he was holding his gun at his side, pointed down. Authorities say Duran shot him multiple times before telling Fortson to drop the gun. And one of the 2 doctors charged in connection with actor Matthew Perry's death appearing in federal court this afternoon. Dr. Mark Chavez agreed to plead guilty to a single conspiracy charge, becoming the 3rd person to plead guilty after the Friends star was found dead in his home last year. Prosecutors say Chavez was part of a broader network that shipped large amounts of ketamine to the beloved Friends star.
Over 2 months, from September to October 2023, they distributed approximately 20 vials of ketamine to Mr. Perry in exchange for $55,000 in cash.
Now, officials say an alleged drug trafficker known as the Ketamine Queen, as well as another doctor, played key roles in Perry's death. They are scheduled to appear in court later this year. They could face up to 120 years in prison if convicted. And a confirmed tornado in North Dakota derailing dozens of train cars. A railroad official says the train was stopped because of a tornado warning when winds lifted 43 empty coal cars off the tracks in the town of Steele. Now, according to the National Weather Service, 5 tornadoes were reported in the state as that system passed through, but not all of them have been confirmed. Railroad crews are now working to get all those cars upright to clear the area.
ABC 6 Weather with Jeff Benson. Brought to you by the Preserve Sporting Club and Resort.
Yeah, some wild weather there up in the northern plains, and there's been, some pretty active weather for a good chunk, I'd say, of right down the Mississippi Valley and the eastern portion of the United States. We here in the Northeast have not been one of those active areas the last few days. We've had a dome of high pressure just keeping anything away. I mean, we're talking not even any clouds. Look how beautiful this shot is this evening down in Richmond at the Preserve. It's also the reason we saw really good radiational cooling last night. And look at these low temperatures. I mean, again, these are just our reporting stations and what they picked up. In between these stations in some of the more rural areas, arguably it could have gotten even a little chillier than this. 45 degrees in Norwood, 47 over in Taunton over by the Weather Service. Little milder here in Rhode Island, 54. That was TF Green's temperature. Newport as well, 61 on Block Island. Obviously, you're surrounded by the water there, so things are going to be kept a little bit warmer. But Martha's Vineyard, again, that reporting station, a little sandy, the soil there. They get really good radiational cooling. It's closer to the center of the island, so not as big of a water influence. 45 degrees for you guys, and Nantucket was pretty chilly as well, 53. As we look at the almanac again, 54 TF Green today. We got to a high of 73 degrees, so 7 degrees shy of average. It was a beautiful day, though. I don't think we're going to get too many complaints. Record was 95 back in 1953, and only several years later, 45 back in 1965. So, yeah, flip the numbers around. We weren't that far away from it. Again, a lot of spots across the area were down at that temperature. So it was a chilly start to the day. We're going to slowly be building back the warmth over Labor Day weekend. 78 tomorrow here in Providence. 80 on Sunday. Both of these days will be a little bit more humid as well. We bring that south wind back, and that'll bring those dew points up, and shower chances greatest on Sunday before we clear things out on Labor Day and start to see the temperatures dropping back down. Obviously a little bit cooler at the shoreline. So if you're at the beaches, again, you kind of like that warmer feel for Saturday and Sunday, but really to me, Monday, going to be a fantastic day, and looking ahead to next week, we kind of snap back into fall. If you're doing any traveling home for this weekend, Sunday into Monday, again, that front is coming through on Sunday. So if you want a drier travel day, really across the board here, in the Northeast and down towards the Mid-Atlantic, you'd probably be best served heading out on Monday. But if you have to head out on Sunday, again, just depending on the timing of that front, the further west you go, that front will be cleared out. If you're, say, going up to somewhere like Maine, you could be hanging on to that front a little bit longer. So let's time it out on Futurecast, show you what it looks like here. South wind tonight could bring some clouds back in. It looks like a fairly overcast start tomorrow. I think we will start to see a little bit brightening into the afternoon, so not a terrible day by any means. As we head into Sunday, though, you run into that front, and unfortunately, it's going to bring some showers. Now, we'd love to get those all out of the way overnight, but some of them will linger into Sunday morning, and then I think we'll start to get a little bit of drying out into the afternoon, and the further north and west you get, you'll even start to get some clearing out. And then Monday looking fantastic as that front is out of here. We'll go back to the sunshine again. The FM Championship this weekend. Nice day out there tomorrow. Again, you'll have that chance of showers if you're heading out on Sunday, so just keep that in mind. I think they'll get it in. You know, there could be a rumble of thunder in there as well. Short-term temperature outlook is cool for southern New England, especially down towards the Mid-Atlantic. So looking ahead here into the start of September, doesn't look like we're going to see very warm temperatures. Quick check on the tropics. We've got 2 areas of concern, actually a third one now in the Gulf of Mexico, but when we're talking about things that could really impact the eastern seaboard, this is what we're looking at in the Atlantic Basin. So we've got a 40% area that could go into the Caribbean, and then a 20% behind that just developed over the Cape Verde Islands. Tonight, 60 increasing clouds. Tomorrow, we're looking at clouds early, some afternoon sunshine, temperatures rising into the upper 70s. Quick look at the 7-day here. Again, we clear it out after those showers late Sunday into Monday, and a gorgeous stretch of weather beyond that will be in the 70s all week next week with those overnight temperatures in the 50s. All right, Caitlin, surprise. Got some weather trivia for you, putting you on the spot.
Okay.
When was the latest 90-degree temperature? Obviously, we had 90 the other day. What was the latest 90-degree temperature at TF Green? Was it A, September 13th, B, September 22nd, C, September 29th, or D, October 5th? You have 30 seconds.
B, September 22nd.
Whoa, we got a winner!
Actually, wait. Okay, he did not tell me that. For those of you that are watching and thinking that I'm cheating and looking at something that's telling me no, I just guessed that, honestly.
Very good. I'm very proud of you.
Jeff, you really put me on the spot. Come on.
Well, you came through. You came through with flying colors.
Great. I love it. Well, thanks for that report. Looking forward to all the gorgeous weather. Still to come on ABC 6 News at 5. A new report is shedding light on unsanitary conditions found in a Boar's Head factory linked to a deadly recall.
Make every day a fresh start. Watch Good Morning Providence.
Route 6 Auto Mall Kia in Swansea is having their biggest midsummer sale ever with 0% financing for 60 months and only $1 down.
Lease a brand new 2024 Kia Sportage LX all-wheel drive for only $259 per month for 36 months.
Route 6 Kia has a large selection of new Kias and always gives you a lifetime warranty at no charge with good credit, a job, and $1 down. You can drive away in a new Kia today.
The Turos are in the great outdoors.
We're in our backyard.
They're foraging for food.
We picked up s'mores and all these snacks.
Yum. You know, we also carry bug spray. Whatever the moment, we'll meet you there. Stop and Shop. Feed the moment.
I saw my mom always dieting and talking about what her body looked like and needing to change her body. Every time I looked at myself in the mirror, there was always something that needed to be better. And I didn't know why I was here, what the purpose of my life was. And I honestly wasn't sure if I wanted to live anymore. Like, that's how dark it was. And I begged God to please show me the purpose of my life.
On the 700 Club, Monday at 9 a.m.
The itch and rash of moderate to severe eczema disrupts my skin night and day. Despite treatment, it's still not under control. But now I have Rinvoq, a once-daily pill that reduces the itch and helps clear the rash of eczema fast. Some taking Rinvoq felt significant itch relief as early as 2 days, and some achieved dramatic skin clearance as early as 2 weeks. Many saw clear or almost clear skin. Plus, many had clearer skin and less itch, even at 3 years.
Rinvoq can lower your ability to fight infections, including TB, serious infections and blood clots, some fatal, cancers, including lymphoma and skin, heart attack, stroke, and GI tears occurred. People 50 and older with a heart disease risk factor have an increased risk of death. Serious allergic reactions can occur. Tell your doctor if you are or may become pregnant.
Disrupt the itch and rash of eczema. Talk to your dermatologist about Rinvoq.
Learn how AbbVie can help you save.
A bitter rivalry
is reborn in a high-stakes collision.
It's a battle for Sunshine State supremacy. Miami at Florida, Saturday at 3:30 p.m. Eastern on ABC.
It's Stop & Shop's 4-day sale. Stop & Shop 80% lean ground beef is $2.99 per pound. And Lay's Kettle Potato Chips or Santitas Tortilla Chips are $1.97 each when you buy 2. Now through Monday. Stop & Shop. Feed the moment.
With so much at stake, more Americans turn to ABC's World News Tonight with David Muir, America's #1 newscast across all of television.
And ABC 6 News with Tiffany Murphy and John DeLuca, Southern New England's trusted news team.
In consumer news at 5, the USDA releasing reports saying inspectors found bugs and mold at a Boar's Head plant in Virginia. The same plant linked to a massive deli meat recall. That report shows 69 health violations at the plant in the last year. Insects were found, both dead and alive, as well as mold on doors and ceilings. A company spokesperson says food safety is the brand's top priority, and the company regrets the impact of the recall. Earlier this week, the CDC announcing a 9th death in connection to that Boar's Head listeria recall. The union representing Canada's 2 largest rail companies is now suing over a government forcing employees back to work. A labor dispute between those companies and the Teamsters union led to a lockout last week, but Canada's labor minister ordered them into arbitration. The Teamsters union is asking for improvements to pay, benefits, and scheduling. A work stoppage could deal a major blow to both the U.S. and Canadian economies since trains carry 30% of freight over the border. And it's time for our question of the day. Do you prefer ride-sharing apps or traditional yellow cab? The apps, the rates are just better. I like the old school cabs. They're a dying breed, or I just ask around for a ride if I need one. You can scan the QR code on your screen or head to abc6.com/spotlight to cast your vote. We'd love to hear from you. And just ahead on ABC 6 News at 5:30, Newport teachers are set to start the school year by raising some serious concerns with the district's leadership. We'll have all that and more coming up in just a few minutes.
Providence, Rhode Island, a city steeped in history where elegance whispers on cobblestone streets, where every step is an occasion and every night deserves a masterpiece. Lola Fashion Boutique on North Main Street in Providence, your eclectic emporium for new, estate, imported, and locally crafted items, curating timeless elegance for unforgettable moments. Because when the spotlight finds you, you deserve to shine. Come find your treasure.
It's summer. Time to take your collar off and wag your tail.
This is the life. I love you, Dad.
I love you too, Ace.
And I love you, Grandpa.
I love you too, Ace. Hello, Ace. This is Troy. No matter what, when you call Ace, we answer the phone.
Replacement by Pella is the right choice. We back our products and installation, unlike other window companies.
Pella has the highest quality windows that are tested to protect against extreme weather so they can handle my family and help keep my home quiet.
Yes, and they're backed by some of the best product and installation warranties.
Pella is the only thing in this house I don't have to worry about.
Save on replacement windows by Pella now. But hurry, our sale ends soon.
Welcome to the best season of the year. Football. Welcome to the comebacks, the stars, the exclusives, the comedy, and the best booth in the game.
Is that a new tie? Sure is.
Welcome to a dynasty in the making, a sibling rivalry for the ages. Welcome to the 2024 NFL season.
What are you doing?
Seriously?
These are my buttons. Only I press these buttons.
MeTV Providence, New Bedford.
Me?
Me.
Home to familiar characters.
We got to nip it!
And memorable entertainment.
Oh, I'll drink to that.
With more than 60 of the greatest TV series airing every week.
Boy, they don't make places like this anymore.
Watch MeTV Providence, New Bedford on WLNE Channel 6.5. MeTV is
memorable entertainment.
Television.
Welcome back.
You ain't never seen nothing like this before.
Why didn't you tell me you were pregnant?
There's something that I should talk to you about.
You think you're God's gift to this hospital? You're just another doctor.
What the hell happened?
Bungee jumping from the bridge, his cord snapped.
From the Fox Foundation. If you don't respond, you could be held in contempt of the court.
What are we gonna do?
This is Southern New England's trusted news source, ABC 6 News at 5:30.
Well, thanks for joining us at 5:30. I'm Caitlin Gelhaus. Happening right now, Elmwood Avenue in Providence is back open after a brief closure earlier today after reports of shots fired. And according to police, the call came in for City Gas and Food Mart. ABC 6 News was on scene and saw this heavy police presence. Police are releasing limited details at this time. Stick with us on air and online as we gather updates on the story. A woman previously charged in connection to the death of a man in New Bedford has now been charged with murder. According to the Bristol County DA, 31-year-old Nina Buznengo is now being held without bail. She was previously charged with assault and battery with a deadly weapon after 53-year-old Stephen Oswald died from a head injury in front of the Ciabra Foods on Rockdale Avenue back on August 20th. And a Warren man who tried to kill his mother 3 years ago has been sentenced to prison. In May of 2021, 37-year-old Kevin Mendez attacked his mother with a hammer inside of a home on Birch Swamp Road. That attack left the then 53-year-old with severe injuries, including a fractured skull. Mendez pled no contest to assault to commit murder, and a judge sentenced him to 40 years at the ACI. And a friendly reminder that you can send us your news and weather videos through our Now Local News app. Those videos will earn you points that you can put towards gift cards. We may even show them right here on ABC 6 News. To get started, it's pretty easy. Just scan the QR code on your screen or search Now Local News in the App Store. We'd love to hear from you. Also, we're going to get a check on the forecast now. Storm Tracker Chief Meteorologist Jeff Manson joining us here in the Weather Center. Jeff, all eyes on the weekend, of course. I feel like that's all we're talking about, but everybody wants to know, can they be outside or not this weekend?
More often than not. I would say almost overwhelmingly more often than not, but there are going to be some instances where you're probably best served at least taking the umbrella or poncho along, especially one day in particular if you're outside for a long period of time and you may not have the option of heading indoors or anything like that. We're going to get there, don't worry. Let's just start by taking such a cool look here. And I'm going to do this. I didn't think to do it until just now, but I have done it before here. If you've been watching us, if you routinely watch us in 4, 5, and 6, we love to, on days where it is clear as a bell and the visibility is just about unlimited, zoom all the way down. You can see the Mount Hope Bridge. You can see the Newport Pell Bridge on days like today. And I mean, especially with the sun setting and you get that good backlit, picture. We're going to be able to see those as well. I'll show you coming up in a few minutes here in the full weather. Morning lows. Wow, it was a chilly start to the day, especially across the rural areas of central Norfolk County, Bristol County, parts of Plymouth County, even a sliver of northwestern Rhode Island up towards Cumberland. You were probably down, say, 49, 50 degrees, a little warmer as you get towards the shoreline there. But even again, we talked about before, Martha's Vineyard dropped all the way to 45. What a chilly start to the day. Warmed up, beautiful afternoon, 70 to 75, a little cooler at the shoreline with those now east-southeast winds swinging a little bit more southerly into the afternoon, but on the light side. And hey, yeah, the dew points are low. Not a lot of moisture in the air. Very dry out there. But as we take a look at our dew point change here, some differences in this map from yesterday. You're starting to see those green colors now up towards the Great Lakes and parts of Canada. There is a cold front slowly tracking in our direction. That will give us a warmer and more muggy feel as we head into your weekend here, but also there's your cold front right there, by the way. It is also going to bring us a chance for showers, and we will let you know again when we need that umbrella this weekend coming up. Beautiful night tonight, couple more clouds as we head into tomorrow morning. We'll see you in a few minutes, Caitlin.
All right, Jeff, quite the tease there. I can't wait to see those zoomed in shots of the bridges and everything. And now to our top story at 5:30. Police have arrested 2 suspects in connection with the shooting of a 7-year-old girl in Providence last night. ABC 6 News reporter Ryan Medeiros has more.
Police say a 7-year-old girl is still in critical condition tonight after being shot on Florence Street last night. Commander Timothy O'Hara announcing at a press conference today that the 2 suspects have been identified and were located in a house on Carlton Street this morning. Those suspects were identified as 26-year-old Shaheem Nathaniel of Cranston and 19-year-old Amari Cabrera of Providence. Police say the shooting took place on Florence Street around 7:30 last night, with first responders rushing the girl to Hasbro Children's Hospital, where she remains in critical condition. Officials noting that the girl was in the back seat of a car with her family when she was hit by the gunfire. Providence Mayor Brett Smiley addressing the tragic situation this afternoon.
This crime has shaken our entire city. It's shaken me. It's the first instance of a child being hurt in several years here in our city in this way, and it's deeply upsetting and I'm sure very concerning to our community.
Now, police say there was an interaction between the shooters and the victim's family before the incident, but police say they are still unsure of the motive of the shooting. In Providence, I'm Ryan Medeiros, ABC 6 News.
Thank you, Ryan. Now to a focus on our schools at 5:30. In the wake of that girl being shot in Providence, school board members canceled plans to hold a press conference on the state's intervention decision. In a statement, board member Tyrell Stevens saying, quote, "Our focus must now shift to the safety and well-being of our community." Yesterday afternoon, the State Education Commission announcing a decision to extend its control of Providence Public Schools for up to 3 more years. That intervention began in 2019 after concerns over school performance. And some students in Newport could be returning to school to find their teachers on the picket line. The Teachers Association of Newport is planning to hold an informational picket Tuesday morning at Pell Elementary. This comes as union representatives accuse Superintendent Colleen Germain of removing some key support staff from schools. The union also claiming the district has violated their agreed labor contract as well as labor law. And in a statement to ABC 6 News, Superintendent Germain said in part, quote, "I will continue to remain hopeful that some type of resolution may be reached. I'm sorry for the upset to the recent public actions are causing to the parents and community. If we must, let's agree to disagree and let a third party help us resolve this if necessary and focus on our students and make their first day and their families a happy, joyful experience." And happening now, finishing touches are being put on the Roosevelt Bridge in Central Falls for the city's last salsa night of the season. At 6 o'clock, a band will take to the stage for what will be an evening of dancing and food. If you're not a salsa dancer, though, don't worry. Lessons will be offered for anyone bold enough to take them. It goes until 11 o'clock. And now to the holiday travel rush. It definitely was crazy out there. Today is the busiest day of the Labor Day travel stretch for those taking to the skies, not just the roads. Millions more are expected on the road, but severe weather could potentially complicate travel plans. Here's ABC's Morgan Norwood with more.
The Labor Day travel rush is here. Families from coast to coast packing out airports and what's expected to be a record-breaking turnout.
Have you seen the line this crazy before?
No, never. TSA bracing for peak crowds, expecting to screen 2.86 million people. The busiest airports this holiday weekend, Chicago, Dallas-Fort Worth, and Atlanta, where airport officials warned that weather is the wild card. Across the country, at least 160 reports of damage due to storms. From Virginia to Minnesota yesterday, with a new threat now aiming for parts of the Midwest and Southeast.
No one can ever control Mother Nature, so just always be prepared.
For most airports, the mornings will be the busiest time, but for international hubs, the evenings will be pretty packed too. But look, it's not just the skies. The roads will be busy as well, with AAA expecting millions more Americans will take a road trip this Labor Day weekend.
Typically with any holiday, 85 to 90% of travelers go by car. It's the most convenient and likely the most cost-effective for a family.
The universal good news for drivers is that gas prices have dropped substantially from a year ago, from $3.81 down to $3.35 for a gallon of regular unleaded.
So if you are hitting the roads today, the worst of the traffic will be this afternoon and evening. Tomorrow morning, well, it's the opposite. Busy in the morning and easier later. Morgan Norwood, ABC News, New York.
And coming up on ABC 6 News at 5:30, 2 Massachusetts communities are bracing for a major blow as their local hospitals enter their final hours. And communities across the country facing a spike in mosquito-borne illnesses, how officials are preparing ahead of an expected peak.
Who changed our board?
I saw a problem and I tried to fix it.
We could use someone with your talents.
You hired our cleaning lady.
She has advanced cognitive abilities. That big brain of hers is going to help us close a lot of cases.
Ta-da!
Good work, Morgan.
Are we hugging?
Absolutely not.
High Potential premieres September 17th on ABC.
When you're 61 years old, you have very few opportunities to change your life. This time, I have to be ready. This is about everybody like me. I see a future, which is not what I felt like for a really long time. I don't feel invisible now.
Live, Sunday, September 15th. The Emmys come to ABC.
Is this really happening? This is going to be the biggest thing that any of us has ever seen.
What a risk.
I am unprecedented.
Pretty cute.
Let's begin, shall we?
The Emmys, live, Sunday, September 15th on ABC and next day on Hulu.
This ship is heaven. There should be no guilt on a pleasure cruise. Doctor, it's your job to keep everybody alive.
No pulse. She's in VFib.
On the count of 3.
1, 2, 3. Clear.
I have a pulse.
You're gonna be okay.
Dog breeders slain. Did the killer steal the victim's 10 Doberman puppies? These puppies are worth $4,500. Are other breeders safe?
It's scary.
Next Inside Edition.
Inside Edition, tonight at 7:30 on ABC6.
Well, we have our fifth and final winner for the ABC6 Backpack Buster. We want to say congratulations to Sonia Garrow. She submitted this photo of her nephew going into the second grade. We hope you have a wonderful school year. What a cute photo. Love that. Thanks for sending that in. Now it's time for our question of the day. Do you prefer ride-sharing apps or traditional yellow cab? The apps, the rates are just better. I like the old school cabs. They're a dying breed. Or I just ask around for a ride if I need one. You can scan the QR code that's on your screen right now or head to abc6.com/spotlight to cast your vote. We'd love to hear from you. And still ahead on ABC6 News at 5:30, we've made it to the long holiday weekend. Jeff's here with the latest on the best times to get out and enjoy our final goodbye to summer.
Stay tuned for your local news coming up on ABC6 News at 6.
How do Planet Fitness members feel about having access to tons of equipment in the judgment-free zone for $15 a month? Join Planet Fitness today for $15 a month.
Join the judgment-free zone today. Deal ends soon, so sign up now.
Hi, I'm Katie Wright, the right realtor for you. Whether you want a mobile home, a modest home, a multifamily investment, or $1 million mansion, I'm the right realtor for you and your family. Call me, Katie Wright, 401-400-1510.
My name's Morgan, single mother of 3 with an IQ of 160.
We could use someone with your talents.
Me? Work with cops?
I see you brought your child to a crime scene.
Maurice here at Kia of Attleboro. The sizzling hot deals have just arrived.
For a limited time, lease a 24 Seltos, 25 Sportage, or 25 Soul for just $229 a month. Your choice.
Plus, we offer first responder and military rebates. Car shopping made easy. Kia of Attleboro, exit 2B off of 95 in South Attleboro, Mass. Or online anytime at KiaofAttleboro.com.
McCullough Concrete is the area's best available source for quality concrete, and we're proud of our legacy. Recognized as a leader in the industry because of our quality workmanship, commitment to excellence, and a large fleet of modern trucks. McCullough Concrete gets the job done, and we get it done right. Call us today. McCullough Concrete.
Summer won't last forever, but during Toyota's national sales event, you can make memories that will.
Come on. There you go.
Whoa.
Where's my
mom? Just be in the moment.
Get the all-new, all-wheel drive Camry Hybrid with elevated design and value. And now you could get 5.25 financing for $60, plus get 2 years no-cost maintenance. Toyota, let's go places.
Kelsey Turner was a rising Insta model.
An Instagram model missing. A beloved child psychiatrist missing.
Now Friday.
You're witness to a murder. So what happened next?
2020, Friday night on ABC.
How do Planet Fitness members feel about having access to tons of equipment in the judgment-free zone for $15 a month? Join Planet Fitness today for $15 a month.
Join the judgment-free zone today. Deal ends soon, so sign up now.
Happening across New England, a tragedy has shaken the hockey and Boston sports community. NHL player Johnny Gaudreau and his brother Matthew were killed in a crash in New Jersey last night. State police said Gaudreau and his brother were riding their bicycles when they were hit by a Jeep. Police say the driver, Sean Higgins, is charged with 2 counts of death by auto. Police believe he was driving drunk. He's currently being held without bond. Gaudreau signed with the Columbus Blue Jackets ahead of the 2022-23 season out of Boston College. In a statement, the Blue Jackets said the team is shocked and devastated by this tragedy. Boston College releasing a statement on the passing of Johnny and his brother, saying the entire BC community is stunned by the tragic news. Johnny Gaudreau was not only one of the greatest Boston hockey players, but also one of the nicest. Matthew was a gifted player and beloved by teammates. Our prayers are with the Gaudreau family at this time of unimaginable loss. And 5 people are now recovering after a car crash in New Hampshire. Emergency crews were called to the scene in Pelham around 3:30 this morning and found that car had hit a tree and caught fire. The 5 people inside, who were all aged 16 and 17, were all taken to a hospital in Massachusetts, including one who suffered serious injuries. Police say alcohol and speed appear to have been factors in the crash, while their investigation is still ongoing.
ABC 6 weather with Jeff Benson. Brought to you by the Preserve Sporting Club and Resort.
Okay, I'm a man of my word, and it is a little bit hazier than I'm used to seeing there, but there is our friend, the Newport Pell Bridge. You can see the superstructures. There's a little bit of cloud cover hanging offshore, and I think maybe that's adding to the haziness factor. Also, the sun's getting a little bit lower in the sky, but it is there, and the camera's moving a little bit, maybe a little breezy, especially at that height. But mostly sunny across the area right now. Temperatures have dipped into the 60s in Newport and down towards the block. Pair of 6s. Yeah, a bit of a chilly evening there. Need that sweatshirt if you're going to be walking on the beaches. 74 in Smithfield, 73 here in the capital city. As high pressure continues overhead, not far away from us, right over Maine and the coastal portions of Canada, up towards Newfoundland and Nova Scotia. Got a big dome. I mean, just look, you could almost draw, I wish I had a telestrator here, draw that circle right around this high. Just nothing. Big old force field. No rain, no clouds, but unfortunately the high is starting to shift away, and it is going to allow the incoming slow-moving cold front right now draped over the Great Lakes down towards portions of the Midwest and eventually getting out into the Central Plains of fairly long-moving cold front. This is sort of the same system that brought those tornadoes we showed you earlier. The tornado that blew that train off the tracks in North Dakota had some strong storms there. Some severe thunderstorms. You see these yellow boxes out ahead here, very unstable air mass over parts of the mid-Atlantic and Tennessee valleys. And it's very humid as well. So as that front gets closer, it's going to push that humid air in our way. But look what's coming behind the front. Very cool and dry air. That is what's going to get here post Labor Day. Well, really Labor Day kind of begins that stretch. Really beyond, though, is when the fall field starts to take shape. So again, you have sort of the adjoining warm front moving in with this frontal boundary as we head into Sunday morning. Let's get those showers out of the way as much as we can Saturday night, early Sunday, and try to salvage some of Sunday. I think we will. Looks like we'll get some clearing later in the day, especially the further north and west you are. If you're heading to the islands this weekend or the Cape, you may unfortunately hang on to the clouds and showers a little bit longer on Sunday. But again, kind of works both ways. You might actually get some dry hours in the morning as a result. But I'm not going to run and cancel my plans either way. Again, these showers look to be fairly scattered and passing for the most part. So yes, Sunday not an optimal day, but but not a complete throwaway. As we head into Monday, Labor Day, again, that cooler air is going to be catching up with us. You'll see the dew points dropping. Take a look at how we go here. Yeah, from muggy to lovely. Saturday and Sunday, dew points shoot back up. I mean, it's been so crisp out there the last couple of days, but you'll noticeably feel a little bit more in the way of the muggy stuff as we head into Saturday and Sunday. The muggies, as they like to call them. Air you can wear. A lot of people like to call it that too. None of that, though, behind that front. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Realistically, these are off the charts here. I know this is the 50 to 55 dew points here. We're in the 40s with those dew points, so below the line. And really, again, looking into September here, we don't have a ton of warm weather. We'll get a warm day here and there, but overwhelmingly, it looks like we're going to have cooler than average temperatures through maybe even the middle of September. Tonight, 60 degrees. We'll see increasing clouds, light south winds, eventually becoming calm by tomorrow morning, picking back up to about 5 to 10 into the afternoon. We'll see those clouds hanging on early. I think a little bit of sunshine as we head into the afternoon, and then the clouds come back, along with the showers as we head into Sunday. Certainly the best chance in the morning for most of our area, clearing out Sunday evening into Sunday night, and a gorgeous stretch of weather. Unfortunately for the kids, it's the first week of school, so well, I guess they'll be enjoying some after-school activities and things of that nature, Caitlin.
Yeah, you can't forget about recess either, right?
That's right. If some of us,
yes. Yeah, not us, though. Now to our focus on your health at 5:30. 2 Steward-run hospitals in Massachusetts will be closing their doors this weekend. A few weeks ago, the bankrupted Steward Healthcare says it didn't receive any qualifying bids for Kearney Hospital in Boston or Neshoba Valley Medical Center. While some employees will be transferred to other facilities, around 1,200 people will be out of work when those hospitals shut down at 7 in the morning. A hearing will be held next week on the sale of Steward's other 6 Massachusetts hospitals. And at least 3 West Nile virus deaths are being reported in the Midwest, and the next week is considered prime time for new cases. This, as experts say, the wet and hotter than usual summer has raised the risk for mosquito-borne diseases. ABC's Perry Russum reports.
More communities waging war on mosquitoes. Health officials in Wisconsin confirming 2 people have now died from West Nile virus. Illinois also reporting a death. Nearly 300 cases have been reported across more than 30 states. In Missouri, 18-year-old John Proctor now on a ventilator after contracting the virus. His parents say his symptoms began with a headache and dizziness, then vomiting, disorientation, and a fever.
My son was a healthy, athletic individual, very outgoing and charismatic, and to see him lethargic and struggle to do simple basic functions, it's hard.
Officials are also warning about Triple E, another rare but potentially lethal mosquito-borne virus. What's believed to be the country's 6th known case has been reported in Massachusetts.
It is that serious, and they have warnings and everything, so everyone's aware of it.
In New Hampshire, Stephen Perry's family says the 41-year-old was in perfect health before contracting Triple E. He was hospitalized with a 105-degree fever and died a week later. Severe cases and deaths from these diseases are rare. When it comes to West Nile, the U.S. sees 100 to 200 deaths per year. Experts are recommending using insect repellent and wearing long-sleeve shirts and pants at dusk and dawn. Perry Russum, ABC News, Washington.
And still to come on ABC 6 News at 5:30, a bald eagle may have been representing a negative stereotype when wildlife officials had to step in and help. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned for your local news coming up on ABC 6 News at 6.
Sail away on the Black Island Ferry. Take a trip back to carefree times. Leave today, Black Island awaits you. Just leave your troubles behind.
Your Black Island getaway starts as soon as you board. Enjoy the ride on our traditional or high-speed ferries from Point Judith. Visit blackislandferry.com or call 866-783-7996 for more information.
Warwick Tree Service provides safe and professional service for all your landscape and tree management projects, from tree removal and ground management to land clearing and stump grinding. Our goal is to provide our customers with the highest quality work at an affordable price. Call Warwick Tree Service today. Our team will help safeguard your home or business from unnecessary damage and can provide additional outdoor living space for your family.
Hello, this is Kyle from Warwick Tree Service. Give us a call today for a free estimate.
AI. It may fascinate you or scare you, or if you're like me, it may do both. So let's take a breath and find out more about it. I've gathered some of our country's leading experts to answer all of our questions. You have invented something that's going to help us invent everything else.
Yeah.
It's happening faster than you guys thought.
Absolutely.
How are we even supposed to know what is real and what isn't? AI and the Future of Us, an Oprah Winfrey special, Thursday, September 12th on ABC and stream next day on Hulu.
Live, Sunday, September 15th, the Emmys come to ABC.
Is this really happening? This is going to be the biggest thing that any of us has ever seen.
Whatever. I am unprecedented.
Pretty cute.
Let's begin, shall we?
The Emmys, live, Sunday, September 15th on ABC and next day on Hulu.
I'm Joan, and I'm your first Golden Bachelorette.
With so much at stake, more Americans turn to ABC's World News Tonight with David Muir, America's #1 newscast across all of television.
And ABC 6 News with Tiffany Murphy and John DeLuca, Southern New England's trusted news team.
Well, wildlife officials in Missouri were recently worried that a rescued eagle may have been injured, but upon further examination, rescuers determined he was just overweight. Following original reports that the bird was hurt, officials came back to say the eagle appeared to be healthy. It was discovered the eagle had just enjoyed a big meal of what was suspected to be raccoon roadkill. In other words, too fat to fly. Officials said in a Facebook post, the bird has now been rehabilitated and is back out and in the wild. Hey, that's going to do it for ABC 6 News at 5:30. Coming up on ABC 6 News at 6, in just a few minutes, we'll have the latest from police after 2 men were arrested in connection to the shooting of a 7-year-old girl last night. Stick with us.
Closed captioning brought to you by
Hope Real Estate, always going the extra mile to get you home.
The itch and rash of moderate to severe eczema disrupts my skin night and day. Despite treatment, it's still not under control. But now I have Rinvoq, a once-daily pill that reduces the itch and helps clear the rash of eczema fast. Some taking Rinvoq felt significant itch relief as early as 2 days, and some achieved dramatic skin clearance as early as 2 weeks. Many saw clear or almost clear skin. Plus, many had clearer skin and less itch, even at 3 years.
Rinvoq can lower your ability to fight infections, including TB, serious infections and blood clots, some fatal, cancers, including lymphoma and skin. Heart attack, stroke, and GI tears occurred. People 50 and older with a heart disease risk factor have an increased risk of death. Serious allergic reactions can occur. Tell your doctor if you are or may become pregnant.
Disrupt the itch and rash of eczema. Talk to your dermatologist about Rinvoq.
Learn how AbbVie can help you save.
Do you dream of a place to call your own? A home filled with laughter, memories, and all the possibilities of life. But navigating the real estate market can feel overwhelming alone. You need someone who understands your needs and has the expertise to guide you every step of the way. Hi, I'm Karina Bonifant, local real estate agent. I stay up to date on market trends to get you the best results. Whether you're buying your first home or selling your current property, I'm here to make your real estate dreams reality. Let's find your perfect place.
Friday's estimated Mega Millions jackpot is $627 million. Make sure to add Megaplier to increase your non-jackpot prizes up to $5 million. Please play responsibly.
It's not just time for football, it's time for the marching bands. And it's time for the ABC 6 News Band of the Week. Mondays and Tuesdays, watch for the high-energy halftime performances and a behind-the-scenes look with the band director showcasing all the hard work that goes into prepping to shine on game day. It's the ABC 6 Band of the Week, sponsored by Hart's Roofing and Construction.
Right now at 6, our top story is an update on last night's shooting in Providence. Police have arrested 2 suspects after a 7-year-old girl in the city's Olneyville section last night was shot. ABC 6 News reporter Ryan Medeiros has the latest from police.
Police say a 7-year-old girl is still in critical condition tonight after being shot on Florence Street last night. Commander Timothy O'Hara announcing at a press conference today that the 2 suspects have been identified and were located in a house on Carlton Street this morning. Those suspects were identified as 26-year-old Shaheem Nathaniel of Cranston and 19-year-old Amari Cabrera of Providence. Police say the shooting took place on Florence Street around 7:30 last night, with first responders rushing the girl to Hasbro Children's Hospital, where she remains in critical condition.